Now we have a turnabout Forsaken. I forgot what the story was about. And the more I remember from what I remember from the girls, I need to say it every time no matter what. Yes, I get it. I get it. Yes. Yeah, I was about to say, like, I have a feeling that I tried to remember, like, the plot of the fan translation game of Case 3. And I remember, like, the son of Gusto being kidnapped. And was he down? I forgot about some of the details, but I'm pretty sure that there was more to the story that that Case just never mentioned. Decided to make Gusto as, oh, my son is gone, but I don't care about him anymore because I'm a dick. Like, this is weird. So, let's see what Forsaken is about. I hereby call this meeting to order. Oh, it's the committee, yeah. The committee is gathered here in the sight of the goddess to pass fair and frank judgment. The purpose of this hearing is to assess the professional competency of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Are you? The Red Hood is back. Why are you wearing that raincoat? No! Ah! She's been pushed off a building, a clock tower, at midnight, 7 past midnight. April 5th, 1:23 p.m. Hi, prosecutors. Miles, stop killing people. Nah, I think he learned his lesson. He never did. That wasn't me. Hi, prosecutor's office, room 1202. We see Edgeworth reading some sort of file or notepad, some details about some case, and I'll get the taser. Well, last time you remember saying that you wanted Kay dead. Well, there you go. Room 1202. Okay, we have Gumshoe sighing. Running in circle. I have 1,000 points. I know it must be done. Will you please stop pacing, detective? You're catching up dust. Okay, okay, so changing my voice for 5 minutes. It's gonna be interesting. For the next 5 minutes, I'll be doing all the same characters with the same voice. Let me prep my little timer. So, you want every character to be Miles. Okay. Consider it done. Let me prep the timer. Alright. And we'll start now. Will you please stop pacing, detective? You're kicking up dust. But I swept the floor 3 times already. Then sweep it a 4th. They're gonna take your badge, Mr. Edgeworth. How can you just stand there cool as a cucumber? Jeez, we don't know for certain that they will. Well, it sure seems like they mean to. Judge Gavelle pretty much spelled it out. Flashback. Truly, you are proving to be quite a threat to the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. As such, you give me a little choice, but to report back on your continued transgression. No doubt you'll be called to appear before the committee in due course. She said that I would be called to appear before the committee. Nothing more. Well, I don't care. I won't stand for it. What if we never get to work together again? I thought you would welcome the prospect, detective. After all, it would mean that you could work with someone else. Someone less problematic? Don't say that, sir. I've never heard anyone except that stupid committee say it's you're problematic. You're not looking for an excuse, are you? To become a defense attorney, I mean. Because I won't let you. You're Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Prosecutor. You here? To become a defense attorney, huh? The circumstances of my father's death set on me on the path to being a prosecutor. But I've only been interested in the law to begin with, thanks to my father as well. And his work as a defense attorney. Are you going to keep fighting crime as a prosecutor or help people as an attorney? I don't think this is even legal. To switch jobs like that? Well... Wait, sorry. You can't just change your job like that, I would agree. Yes. I think you would need to pass the bar first. Like, I'm not sure if there's some such a gray area. There's some basis of his learning when you're studying the law. Like, my sister was a prosecutor, but she used to be a defense attorney before she was able to prosecute. You see? So, hello Douglas, how you doing? I'm using my Miles Edgeworth voice because it has been redeemed. So glad you could come here, Douglas. I'm currently playing a Blast Blue game. Oh, that fighting game, I believe. Yes, I believe this game was accessible for yeah. How do you manage, Douglas? I believe it's easier for a defense attorney to become prosecutor than the other way around. But you need for a prosecutor to know the basis of being a defense attorney first in order to prosecute people. So you need to know the little tricks in order the attorneys would use to get their man a non-guilty verdict to fight them. So the other way around is more plausible, I believe. I remember my sister, when she went to college, she took some classes as a police officer as well. She was being just a cadet, like she was patrolling, well, sitting in the back of the car as observation and see people on the field, see how it goes. You see? So, something tells me you've got a big decision ahead of you. Only one you can answer. Only you can answer. Are you listening, Mr. Edgeworth? I said I won't let you do this. Really, Detective, there's no need to be so dramatic. Who knows? The next prosecutor you work with might be a little more lenient with your salary assessments. Really? So, no more instant noodles? I mean, no, what are you saying, sir? I don't care about any of that stuff. But you thought about it, didn't you? If only for a moment. We're busy in here. Come back later. There's a nurse. Hey there, is the prosecutor in? Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. It's like Persona 4 arena fighting and visual novel dialogue or voice by OCR helps. Yes, I bet. Yeah, wasn't Blast Blue the same creators as Guilty Gear? Because I'm pretty sure that Persona 4 arena fight like a Guilty Gear game. Oh, sorry. Technically, my timer is over, but since I cheated for a minute, I'm gonna give myself an extra minute so you can have your full 5 minutes. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure that your Persona 4 Arena was by the same creator as Guilty Gear. Like, I'm not sure if they were the one who made Guilty Gear, if they also made Blast Blue, the fighting games. They have a very similar fighting mechanics. So, let's start the timer again for 1 more minute. Look, pal, what part of we're busy don't you get? We're outside and I'll be with you in a bit. Oh, that's not good. Your face is as red as a tomato. Red face, gritted teeth. Let's see. Yeah, I said we're busy. Wait, that's it. Stomach cramps, right? No need to worry. It's nothing an injection cannot cure. Now roll up your sleeve for me. It won't hurt much. Eek! No thanks, pal. I'm as healthy as can be. And who might you be? Oh, sorry. I totally forgot to introduce myself, huh? The name is Needler. Florence Needler. Oh my god, I love that name. Florence Needler. So yeah, Needler. And Florence might probably be a reference for Forest Nightingale, I presume. So, what voice should we give Florence Needler? Since my time with Miles Edgeworth is up, let's see. She looks like a little girl. I am a nurse now. No, not that, that's too young. Screw it, I'm a nurse at Hearst Hospital. Well, nobody here is hurt, so are you sure you have the right room? Yeah, you're Prosecutor Edgeworth, right? Wow, those are some deep furrows in your brow. Are you feeling all right? Suffering from severe headache? I could give you an injection that will... I'll be fine, thank you. Could you please tell us what you're doing here? Ow! Sure, well, it's like this. I brought somebody to see you. Wait right there, I'll go grab her. Wait! Yeah, it's the same. Arc system works. Great, I knew it. Too late. I wonder who she brought along. If she's here from a hospital, maybe it's a patient. Someone you cut down to size with your trademark rapier with. And what exactly is that supposed to mean? See? That face right there, sir. When you glare at me like that, I lose the will to live. You don't want to send me to the hospital, do you? Surely he's exaggerating. After all, that's the look I always give him. And nothing personal. And nothing happened so far. Let's see who's coming back. Oh! Sorry to keep you fellas waiting. Well, thoughts? That's Kay. She's been patched up. She doesn't have her hair tied down, but that's her face. She just fell. She has bandages on her wrists and forearms. Half her face is covered with bandages. Her right eye, we don't know if it works. She has a big sponge attached with a band-aid on the left cheek. Thoughts on what? You don't recognize me? There's something about her. Something familiar. This had your name on it. So I thought just maybe... Oh shit, she has amnesia. But she had her business card and she figured out, well, do you know me? So you really did put something to the hospital. Don't be ridiculous, detective. But look, sir, your name's right here on the card. Public Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, plain as day. Be that as it may. I'm so sorry, What she's trying to say is she has amnesia. Amnesia? Yes, at least that's what they tell me. Her parents must be so worried about her. I bet they're only been getting around 8 hours of sleep each night to get a feel for them. Do I, though? Because that's quite a lot of sleep if you ask me. Whoa, tough break. But don't you worry, alright? Since you had this card, that means you really must know Mr. Edgeworth somehow. So just sit back and we'll take it from here, right, sir? At the very least, we might be able to help you figure out your identity. Really? Really? Will you? It's going to come down to what you remember, but yes. Now, sure. Now that's the Mr. Edgeworth I know. Don't worry, miss. You're as good as healed. Let's not get carried away here, detective. I'm a prosecutor, remember? Not a miracle worker. Who are you? Where do we even start? So, do you remember your name, miss? I'm sorry.
She's been like this since she came in yesterday.
So she's only been in the hospital for a day.
No way! That's amazing! How did you figure it out so fast?
How can one person be so emotionally draining?
They found her wandering around late last night and brought her in. I wanted to help out, so I went through her stuff to see what I could find.
And did you find anything apart from my business card?
Nothing with her name on the home address. Oh, wait a second. She was wearing this. It's a pretty unique design, right?
What? This pin?
What the heck? It's the Yatagarasu pin. Does that mean? But it can't be.
Kay! Is it really you? Kay? The Yatagarasu pin that Kay always wears. It's you, isn't it, Kay? I'm Kay.
Come on, Kay. You really don't remember? Look, it's me, Gummy. That's what you always call me.
Gummy? But you're an adult. That's so rude. I don't really call you that, do I? I'm so sorry. I can't believe Oh, I feel so guilty now.
What the heck happened to you? I never seen you so polite. Being polite and sensitive is just not... Where's the Kay I know? You're nothing like her.
Careful, detective. We don't want her to get the wrong impression. You make it sound as if Kay isn't normally a polite or sensitive soul. Not that he's wrong exactly, but... So what kind of person was I before?
Well, first of all, your full name is Kay Faraday. You're bright and fun, full of energy, and oh yeah, you're a great thief.
A great thief? There's a little more to it than that, but yes. Thieves generally steal other people's valuables for their dresses or vaults. For their dressers or vaults, and so... Steal? But that must be so awful for the people I took things from. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was a criminal. Oh, maybe I lost my memory as some sort of punishment? No, that's not what I meant at all.
I don't think that did her much. I don't think that did her much good, sir.
But it sure explains one thing. Look at all these gloves. They're just the kind of person like that would wear.
Hey, that outfit!
It's what she was wearing when they found her. But we have to get her to change out of it and put on hospital clothes, so that's why I have them.
There's something on this part here. Could it have something to do with how Kay lost her memory?
I'll send the outfit over to forensics later and see what they can figure out.
Sorry. Please do, detective.
Boy, there really are some TV clothes, huh?
I'm a criminal. You may be a great thief, but you never committed a crime in your life. Rest assured, you are no criminal. If you say so. Perhaps you better leave it there for now. I'm sorry, I wish I could remember who you are. How do we know each other exactly? Well, that is... How do I put it into words?
You're Prosecutor Ashworth's assistant!
I am? So a prosecutor is the head of some sort of great thief network then?
No, not quite.
We last saw Kay 2 days ago. Perhaps we should try to figure out what she's been doing since then. Was the pin the only items on her person when you receive her, Nurse Needler?
There were a few other things, but I doubt any of that will be much use to you.
I'll be the judge of that. Could you please show them to us?
Alright then, in no particular order, I present...
A jamming ninja mask. Was she at a show or something?
A letter. Dear Kay, don't worry, I'll make sure you get your precious thing back. Signs, Rosie. And a ticket stub. And finally...
A fake flower, the kind that people like to spruce up their bedrooms with too.
It's a corsage, detective. And they're usually worn by women.
And that's that. So anything useful in there?
Kinda hard to tell. Frankly, I'm not really seeing a connection between any of them.
I should take a closer look at each piece later. Later when I have the chance. Jamming Ninja Mask, a mask model on the Jamming Ninja's face, made of cheap plastic. A letter key was carrying, addressed to her. Stop from a ticket granting entry to the viewing platform on top of the big building. Big with 2 G's. Magenta flower. Magenta flower made of fabric that is usually worn on the chest as decoration, also known as corsage.
This is bad. How do we get Kay's memory back? You can't just let her stay like this forever.
Calm down, detective. I have an idea.
You do? I knew you'd come to the rescue, sir, so what is it?
Look closely at the ticket stub. Student, $6. April 4th, 7:28 p.m. Okay, so she was at the big building around that time.
Oh, it's for the viewing platform at the top of the big building.
The big building? You know the place?
Oh, it's the tower, the clock tower.
Everybody knows it's silly. It's the hottest date spot in town. They say that if a couple hold hands while they're up there, they'll stay together forever. T.
Use today of purchase. Non-refundable. This is yesterday's date, and the ticket is only valid on the date specified.
Plus, it's the stub. That means she used it, right?
I think it's a distinct possibility. Well, shall we go see what we can find?
Now? Just like that?
The only way to figure out how Kay lost her memory is to retrace her steps.
But what about your thing with the comedy?
It's not for a little while yet. We have time.
Great, so can I leave Kay with you?
That would be for the best, but you don't mind, do you, Kay? Oh, of course not. Thank you.
Alrighty then, back to work I go. If you feel anything, feel free to give me a holler at the Hearst Hospital, okay? I can come running with a syringe or 3 wherever you might happen to be.
Yes, thank you. I doubt we'll be needing that particular service. Now then, detective, shall we get going? You too, Kay?
Yes, sir!
Yes, of course. April 5th, a big building plaza.
So according to this pamphlet, the big building's 50 stories high. It's all offices inside, so the viewing platform up top is the only part that's open to the public. Here, this one's for you, sir. They were handing them out for free in the ticket area.
Over a kind of you, detective. Contains a cross-section of the building and a plan of the viewing platform. Okay, I think it's time we headed inside.
Look out! The building is about to fall!
What?
Oh, we gotta do something! No, please, I'm begging you, stop! It's no good. Without fresh milk, my thoughts just aren't getting through to him. What's happening there? What's going on with the building? Just stay calm and talk to me, kid.
Cut. I'm so sorry, we're shooting a movie, so could you, yes, I thought as much. Forgive our intrusion, we'll get out of your way. Detective.
Oh, sorry. Really had me there for a second.
Yeah, whatevs. Hey, director guy, can we take 5? I can't work under these conditions. I'm so sorry, oh gosh. So they stopped the building from falling down? Oh, that's good. Wish we had time to explain, but maybe later. Come along, you two, let's make ourselves scarce. And now we're on the floor, April 5th, 2:18 p.m. Big building, viewing platform. The kid actor that was playing that scene, I saw him He was at the gallery at the Winter Wing when Gusto got poisoned. So yeah, there's a sakura tree, there's a cotton candy shop. Wow, get a load of that view! Feel the sun on your face. There's a unicorn statue. There's an arc of many roses on top of the entrance door that's guarded also by two statues of griffins facing each other. There's also some sort of television with a building, so I don't know what they're filming. The wind is very strong up here. That's okay, you just stand behind me or Mr. Edgeworth here. We're both more than big enough to keep the breeze away. Speak for yourself. Well, Kate, does this place bring back any memories?
I'm not sure. Have I really been here before?
Perhaps simply encouraging her to talk would help. Kate, please, any thoughts on feeling that come to mind might be a clue we could use.
Alright, I don't know if this will be of any help at all, but...
Okay, we're gonna find her. What to remember?
I still can't be sure if I've even been here before. It's so high up and the wind is so strong, it's terrifying. I don't remember. I just don't remember anything. It's no good, I'm so sorry. No dice, huh? I'm sorry, I feel so useless. I know I'm supposed to have all these memories, but I just can't remember.
You have amnesia, Kay. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Listen, sir, maybe just this one. Try not to be so intimidating, okay? Or at the very least, don't use your trademark glare on her.
Nobody asked for your opinion, detective.
What I remember, I still can't be sure if I've been there before.
Well, this ticket stub says otherwise.
But I don't remember. I don't remember coming here at all. I can't even imagine wanting to come here. It's so high up and the wind is so strong, it's terrifying.
Hold it!
Kay used to love places like this, though.
But, am I really her? I feel dizzy just taking a look around. I don't even think anyone should be allowed up here. What if an old person fell? Or a child? It doesn't bear thinking about.
There's a fence all around us, and it's plenty high. There's really no need to worry.
If you say so. I don't remember. I just don't remember anything.
Hold it!
If nothing is coming to mind, then just take a look around. Do you recognize anything?
Let's see. Ah, cherry blossoms.
Go on.
I was standing under the cherry tree. Yes, I was trying to stay out of the rain. It was raining, I remember now. And there was a red something.
So it was raining. She was underneath the cherry tree. And she saw something red from where she stood. But what?
Was it something I said?
No, but if you could add that to your testimony, we can explore it further.
From under the cherry tree, I think I saw something red.
This something red, can you tell me any more about it?
I'm not sure. It was just a red thing, that's all I can say.
What can we see nearby that's red? Was it the concession stand over there, perhaps?
A stand? A red concession stand? Yeah, I think that was it. Somebody was walking toward me from beyond it.
And then what happened?
Then, I'm sorry.
That's alright. If you could just add what you just told up to your testimony.
There was someone walking towards me beyond the concession stand.
Hold it!
The stand in question is the one behind you, correct? That's right. I remember the red color, and the person walking towards me from beyond it. I saw it all from under the cherry tree. Tell me something. This person I keep mentioning, could you not see their face, or did you simply not... Could you simply not know what they were? I'm sorry, I'm just not sure. So all we have to go on is a person walking towards her from beyond the concession stand, and the fact that she saw this from beneath the cherry tree. It's no good, I'm sorry.
Hold it!
It doesn't have to be related to how you lost your memory, but if anything floats up at all, just say it. Okay, I'm gonna examine the evidence now. Yatagarasu pin. This is the pin K always wears. It's shaped like the mark of the Yatagarasu, and it's very eye-catching indeed. I can't imagine any thief other than K would want to wear it. Okay. Don't worry, I'll make sure to get your precious thing back, Rosie. So we have the viewing platform. So there's the cherry tree on one side and the concession stand on the other side. Both are near their respective edge. And here we have a top view of the tree and the stand. There's some grass. That's the arc, and we see the griffin statues. In the bottom, we have the unicorn. Really? Well, let's see. Oh, the cotton candy from that stand there. I don't know why, but it just came to me. If you're hungry, you only have to say.
You want cotton candy? You got it. My treat.
Thank you. It would make my day. I have to get something out of her somehow. Maybe if I press her a little, I can shake something loose. Yeah? There was someone walking towards me from beyond the concession stand. Is this a contradiction with the building?
Objection!
You say that you saw someone over there beyond the stand, and that they were walking toward you? Yes, I can see them getting closer. Are you sure it wasn't a ghost? No, it was a person, I'm sure of it. Okay. Because there's no room behind the stand, so it could not be from the other side. But from where you were standing, anyone you saw on the other side of the concession stand would have to have been floating in midair, hundreds of feet above the ground. Yeah, because behind the stand there is no room at all. So if there's somebody behind, it would stand in the middle of the air. So how on earth could he have been a person? Eek! I'm not lying, I promise. Somebody read the stand. Somebody read, and they were on the other side. They were walking toward me, getting closer and closer, and then they. Ah!
Okay, what's the matter? You're alright? You're alright, we're here. Whatever it is, it cannot hurt you.
I was pushed and I fell by a person in a red raincoat. A person in a red raincoat that could walk on air and who supposedly pushed her off the building? None of this makes any sense, not least of which nobody could fall from this height and survive. Kay remembers a person coming from beyond the concession stand and pushing her off the building. Officer, attention please, everyone. Please stay where you are.
What's wrong, officer? I'm Detective Gumshoe. Mind filling me in?
Yes, sir. A body has been discovered here in the building, sir.
A body?
A body has been discovered. Whose body exactly? Not sure. We're still working on it. But what we do know is that the victim is a young woman. And that her name is Kay.
What the blazing?
To be continued. For real? Do you want to save? Yes, I'll be saving. Save complete. April 5th, 2:36 p.m. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Chamber. So yeah, this is where the committee stands, and there's a little stand there for the defendant. So yeah, there's the nurse and an old lady who appears to be a doctor with a very a little round beehive, a little big giant meatball, and there's a woman laying there. She has something blue on her hand. It looks like some part of it looks like a Switch Joy-Con. Alright, everybody comes to the rescue. Case walking. Wait, this room! Officer, isn't this...
Yes, sir! This is the trial chamber for the Committee of Prosecutorial Excellence. So it's here now?
I knew they'd move out of the prosecutor's building, but I had no idea that they would come here. Big building pamphlet updated.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth and K2! How are you doing? Is Kay feeling any better?
We heard that there was some kind of incident. I'm sorry, but who might this be? Yeah, there's an old lady. She had very big, flappy cheeks, bottle bottom glasses, pruny nose, wrinkly face, the tiniest of chin. We cannot see the mouth. It's buried inside those cheeks. And she has to lean on the nurse to walk around.
This is my grandma. Hold on 1 second. Name's Hilda Hurst, Sonny. And who the heck might you be?
It's a pleasure to meet you. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth at your service. Nurse Needler, your grandmother's name, Hertz. Is she...
Yep, she's the director of Hearst Hospital.
This old woman is the head of a hospital?
Don't you old foggy me, you dang reprobate. That's what she said.
How did she do that?
Well, sounds like you're kind of a big deal, ma'am.
Oh, that's not... Wait, what? Not wrong at all. What's that? Oh, him? He's the one looking after the girl, the one with amnesia.
It seems Dr. Hurst is a bit of an introvert.
Want me to fix those brow furrows of yours, Sonny?
Oh, there's no fixing those, ma'am. They're downright incurable.
What, you're sure you want me to say that, Grandma? Well, alright then. Now, I don't got a dang thing more to say to none of y'all. You go on about your business, you hear? As long as this business don't involve messing with the deceased's body, I got work to do.
Wait, please,
Not a dang thing, I tell you.
Hey, you can't talk to us like that. What gives you the right, huh, pal?
she smacked the grandmother.
Oh, didn't I mention? Grandma's also a coroner. She's in charge of this case, which means... Ouch!
She hit her back with a cane.
Which means exactly that.
What do you mean, exactly what?
How am I supposed to know? She said it, not me. Make some sense, Grandma.
Nah. Uh-huh. It's like I'm trapped in a comedy routine I cannot escape.
Well, we got a body to be looking at. Catch you later, gang, and take care.
What the heck is their deal?
What does it matter? As long as we have permission to investigate.
What does it matter? It matters a bunch, sir.
What will you do now, Mr. Edgeworth? Examine the scene of the crime, of course. What kind of prosecutor would I be if I didn't? Alright, let's get to work. That person over there is called K, right? Surely that means I can't be the K you know. That's what we're looking to figure out. But don't worry. You're the K we know. I'm certain of it. Thanks. A K who lost a memory and a victim who shares our name. Both meeting their respective fates here at the big building. No doubt this case will be the key to restoring our K's memories. I stake my life on it. Begin investigation! Can be easy reading books at Dad's side, or lifting them for that matter. Oh, that was a gumshoe. The committee only just moved. I must have been quite young to take him.
Hauling stuff around is kind of my forte. They should have given me a call.
Well, if we run into the chairman, I'll be sure to ask if there's more heavy lifting to be done.
Yeah, I was just joking, sir. I can't be carrying stuff 50 flights of stairs. I have a real job to do.
I was joking too, Detective. Why were you planning on taking the stairs? Alright, so there's the statue, Lady Justice, a large puddle of blood in the at her feet. Nice, neatly arranged bookshelves stretching off into the distance. Quite a pleasing sight, don't you think?
Sure is. There's not a speck of dust on any of them. Reminds me of my special method for cleaning your office, sir. Sweep, then vacuum, wipe it all down twice. Then on goes floor wax, and then...
If only you approach your actual job with the same level of rigor. It's a statue of the goddess of justice.
You sure know your stuff, sir. So, does she dole our blessings or what?
She's not that kind of goddess, Detective. She's a symbol of the sanctity of the law. The scales represent justice, the sword, retribution, and the blindfold shows her impartiality. I must clear the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Yeah, the blood is coming from inside the statue for some reason. There's a pool of blood here at the foot of the statue. Judging by the amount and how it has spread, I would say this is where the victim was killed.
But the blood buddy's on that table behind us, sir. How come?
I can only surmise the killer must have moved it for some reason after committed the murder.
Whoa, this one big statue. What's he even for?
The goddess of justice stand in judgment over the committees proceeding against corrupt prosecutors. And if I'm not very much mistaken, it's a Paula Leak original.
You mean the victim from the IS-7 incident, sir? Mr. Artie Frost?
No matter how murky his name or morals were, there's no denying his skills. This is a genuine work of art.
I heard someplace that a lot of good artists are either geniuses or eccentrics. Which do you think he was?
Both? I don't know about a leak, but Larry is definitely an eccentric. I thought I was gonna say he's neither.
That's a lot of books, sir. It's kind of intimidating if you ask me.
Intimidating? What could be more welcoming than a good book, Detective?
Guess that depends. I got the chewing out of my life in the library back in the day of running laps inside of it. But this isn't really a library, is it? So maybe I can jog around a little, work off some of the anxiety.
Something tells me that if I don't stop him, he might very well stop running around and around. Yeah, if I don't stop him, he's gonna run here. Wow, it looks like a nice running course. Look at that. Meow, meow. The enormous semicircular desk with seating for 11. It also reminds me of a certain legend. The Knights of the Round Table.
I know the one, sir! The Knights of the Brown Table, right?
Yes, the Knights of the Round Table, we dance whenever able. No.
Whoops, guess that wasn't it. The Newts of the Brown Table. The Knives of the Brown Table. Oh, the Knives of the Brown Stable.
Further and further from the mark. But I'll refrain from rubbing his nose in it for now.
The Names of the Crown Fable?
No.
Sorry, we're doing kind of busy right now. Grandma's still looking at the body.
You stay the heck out of my way, you hear?
So you could give us a few more minutes?
We'll come back and examine the body ourselves after she's done. If things have gone as they were meant to, I'll be standing at this podium right now.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm glad the hearing got delayed, but I wish it wasn't because someone died.
Although it would have been that much harder to investigate that my badge has been taken away. The best thing I can do right now for all parties involved is to get to the truth behind this incident. Oh. Tell me about the security arrangement for this room.
Yes, sir. You need a special key card to enter, sir.
Interesting, so not just anybody can enter. In which case, the person who discovered the body would have been...
Yes, sir, a member of the committee. They found it when they arrived for today's hearing.
The hearing. My hearing. Which would be underway right now if it wasn't for this.
Sorry to intrude.
Oh, Von Karma.
Who are... Ow!
Huh? What's that, Grandma? I would know that voice anywhere. That's Von Karma's little girl. Oh, so you do know each other?
It has been too long. Grandma Hurts.
Like her first name is Grandma, not Grandma. Grandma Hurts.
And you as well, Miles Edgeworth.
What's she doing here? Franziska Von Karma. She is the daughter of Manfred Von Karma and the prosecutor like myself. These days, she's mainly been working with Interpol. Though I thought she was supposed to be abroad.
Don't look so surprised! Where my investigation lead, I follow, no matter where in the world I might be.
Which means that there must be some kind of international angle to this case, yes?
You know full well that I've been pursuing a certain smuggling ring. And that I won't rest until it's been destroyed and its ill-gotten goods recovered.
So the smuggling ring is involved then?
That information is to be shared on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
Exclamation mark. I see she means to be as helpful as ever.
Miss Van Karma, was it? Grandma wants to tell you something. I'm about done here. Seat's all yours.
In that case, we would like to examine the body ourselves too, if you wouldn't mind.
I mind plenty. I remember when I heard about you now, you dang varmint. Don't need no soon-to-be ex-prosecutor messing the place up. Go on, get. Just remember it's not me saying this stuff, okay?
Please, Granny, it's important.
Who you calling a granny, little missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. This is going nowhere. I didn't want to have to do this, but... Francisca? I need you to add us to this investigation. We have to see that body up close, or we'll never learn the truth about what happened to Kay.
As in, Kay Faraday? Please, you gotta help us out there. Kay needs us. I don't know what you're up to, but very well.
Exclamation mark, thank you. You won't regret it.
Of course, I expect to receive a full explanation when I grill you later. We owe you, sir. Big time. It wasn't talking to you, Scruffy. Take this. Ow! Well, Grandma Hertz, will you allow them to examine the body?
I ain't about to say no to an international big shot like yourself, hon. But are you sure about this? Yeah, I agree with Grandma. Are you sure you're sure?
Of course I'm sure. It's my prerogative to judge the whole world in my name. That's just common sense.
Of the extremely arrogant sorts, perhaps.
Suit yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you. Well, you heard her. Try not to get fired, okay?
Don't worry. It'll take a lot more than this to ruin my reputation should things turn sour.
Unlike me, who's on the verge of losing my badge. Begin investigation again. Oh. I want to check the floor. Okay, that's how it goes. Well, one thing for certain. This
isn't Kay. She doesn't even look like her.
Notebook promises Kay. Oh, that's Kay promise book that's right there at the scene of the crime. So there's a beautiful lady. She's wearing a lady's business suit with pants, large boots, black boots for riding. She has a scar on her right hand, a very big scar that covers almost the full of her palm. Her left hand is open. The inside is covered in blood, like she was covering the wound that she has on her torso. She's been stabbed 3 times, 3 different holes. There's a candelabra on the floor, and I think that it matches the puncture wounds. So the thing on the floor is probably the murder weapon, and there's blood on those spikes as well. And there's a blow to the head. And she has a corsage as well. I believe the same flower, but it seems to be torn. Like, there's a leaf and there's a bit of a petal. From the first look, it feels like Kay was there. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to say that they're going to convict her of murder and she doesn't remember anything. I think we knew that already, Detective. Our case standing's right over there after all. The victim looks to be in her 30s. She's wearing a white suit.
Could she be work in one of the offices here in the building?
Perhaps, but for now she remains unidentified. The Question is, why did the police seem to think her name was Kay? Must scour the scene, inspect anything that catches my attention. A pure white jacket with a deep red stain on its lapel. This jacket, the buttons are on the wearer's right side. Yeah, so she's left-handed?
What's so weird about that? Buttons always go on the right, no?
Not on women's clothing. Traditionally, the buttons will be on the left.
Like I always say, sir, you sure know your stuff.
This is common knowledge, detective. Nothing else seems amiss. Wait, what's in the pocket?
A pair of gloves, also white.
They don't seem to be soiled in any way. I imagine they must have belonged to the victim. So what's that blue thing she's carrying? It seems she suffers a serious burn to her hand at some point.
You think it has something to do with how she died?
No, this card's too old for that. I would imagine this happened some time ago. So she's holding something. Detective, could you open her hand for me?
Yes, sir, right away. What is that? Hey, I know.
Looks like a key card.
It's a loyalty card, probably from a store. Yow! It's a key card, you idiot! Why, sir, why? To remove the stupid out of you!
The question we should be asking it, what does it open? Key card carried by the victim, what it was used for? There's something pinned to the jacket here. A piece of magenta fabric.
Whatever it was, looks like it was torn off pretty roughly.
I can deduce. Okay, sorry. It doesn't look as there anything in the chest pocket.
Nothing except this hole right there.
By the look of how the fabric was torn, I think it was pierced by something sharp. Gotta go with yourself.
Can't keep your coins in there now. They would all fall right out.
Have you never heard of a change purse, detective?
Sure have, sir. It's another word for a pocket, right?
I give up. This book!
What the? That's Kay's promise book. It's where she wrote down all the promises she made to her dad. Hasn't seen this in a while.
Indeed. Promise 1, never take things to a stranger. Promise 2, never go with stranger. No story. Book of vows made for a child of butter. But what exactly is it doing here? Promise 3, always greet people with a smile.
Oh, I just remembered something Detective Bad told me a few years back. He said that something precious to Kay had disappeared from the station.
What? Evidence was missing from police custody?
Detective Bad said he looked for it everywhere, but no dice.
What could this mean? And why did you turn up here of all places? You there, what do we know about this notebook, officer? The victim was holding it when they found her, sir. It was the only thing with any kind of name on it at the time. So that's how she became Kay.
Talk about a red herring. Still doesn't explain how she ended up with it, though.
If only we had a few more leads on the victim's true identity. The victim's hair is caked with blood.
Looks like she was hit with something, huh?
Unfortunately, it's too early to say for certain. Perhaps an answer will turn up as we investigate further. Sorry. I'm snoozing, and I'm not supposed to snooze at this time. If an energy drink won't do the trick, I'm gonna have to end the stream early. Well, I still have to end the stream a bit early since I have something after 6. So I'm not gonna be streaming for more than 5 hours anyway. So I'm gonna deduce that this piece belongs to the corsage. Yeah, it's half torn. Eureka! Judging by its appearance, I would say the flower key was carrying originally belonged to the victim.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it does look like it's made out of the same fabric.
Indeed, let's make a closer comparison.
The torn edges matches up exactly. That you got one heck of an eye, sir.
Magenta flower updated. Torn from the victim's clothes. If the flower belonged to the victim...
This implies a connection between the victim and King Faraday. Furthermore, it appears that the flower was torn off with considerable force. King Faraday was involved in the incident somehow, and based on what we're seeing here, we may have no choice but to treat her as our main suspect. What? There's no way she could have done this. I can't even begin to imagine. There isn't a murderous bone in her body.
Nevertheless, we lack the evidence to disprove such an assertion.
For the moment, we're simply considering all the possibilities. Is that right, Miles Edgeworth?
For better or for worse, yes. Okay, so let's talk about the murder weapon.
You think this could be the murder weapon?
A 3-armed candelabrum. The victim suffered the same number of puncture wounds to the chest. Puncture wounds that could well have been made by these spikes.
A candle album? A candle album?
No, it's candelabrum. Not quite, detective. It's a candle holder, in other words.
Ah, I gotcha. That reminds me. I forgot to pay my electricity bill once a while back, so I have to live by candlelight for a whole month.
Who does that in this day and age? Candelabrum, 3-armed candle holder that may have been the murder weapon, judging by the wounds of the victim's chest. Can I already make a room security key card? Oh! I would imagine that the victim's key cards probably grant access to this room, wouldn't you?
Let me go find out, sir. I'm back. So they found some details on that key card in the security system. It's for this room, just like you said.
So the victim was able to enter and exit this chamber freely.
Assuming that the key cards really belong to her, yes?
Indeed. Key card that grants entry to the community chamber found in the victim's hand. Investigation complete. It seems we're no closer to discovering the identity of our victim.
Dan, am I really Kay? Can you really be sure? Of course we're sure. What are you talking about?
Thank you. And that person lying there?
Is someone you may have murdered. But that's all we can see for now. No, there's no way she did it. Is that right, sir?
Indeed. I don't believe the king we know could have done something like this.
You're becoming a real softy, Miles Edgeworth.
Well, look who it is again. Oh, I know that voice. With a winning smile and the #1 name in the business, it is I, Prosecutor Eustace Winner. And Judge Gavel. Please forgive the intrusion. Step away from that body, Edgeworth. I didn't call for you, and I don't need you. This case is mine. It's what the victim would have wanted.
You knew the victim?
Gavel walks towards the victim and takes out her holy gavel and prays her forehead next to it.
So it really is her. But be not afraid, everyone, for the goddess of justice will guide us to the truth.
She sure will. Now that I'm here, everything's going to be all right. Whoever did this will live to regret it. I'll show them. Ah! Who hit me?
Miles Edgeworth! Who is this imbecile?
Why am I getting the death glare? I've got nothing to do with him.
Franziska von Karma, I presume? My apologies, I should have introduced myself sooner. Verity Gavel, at your service.
Oh, curtsy.
And the deceased in this case is...
Rosie Ringer, attorney at law and a member of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Rosie Ringer, okay.
I see. That would explain the key card. So, you're the lead prosecutor?
Yep, which means this case will be solved in... Ow!
You didn't tell me your name yet, little boy!
If you want to know my name, all you have to do is... Ow! Not that!
Stop babbling and tell me! Now!
It's Eustace! Eustace Winter! Please don't hurt me!
I think we've established where the balance of power lies in this particular room. Mr. Guy in charge! Here, this is from Grandma.
What's this? Oh, the preliminary findings! Looks like it's game over for you, Edgeworth.
This isn't a game, Mr. Winner. Alright, that's me done. See you next stiff. Yeah, hope time! I could murder a bowl of noodles right about now! We're out of here, everybody. Stay healthy!
And she's helping her grandma walk. Let's see. So the wound on her head is from when she fell over after she died?
Eustace?
It was the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night. What now, Gavel?
It is very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everyone, Eustace. But perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want you to strain your voice after all.
So basically she wants Eustace to shut up and read in his mind instead of out loud.
No, that would be a tragedy.
Coroner's initial findings of Dr. Hilda Hertz. Hilda Grandma Hertz. Okay. Cause of death, stab wound to chest, head injury sustained post-mortem. So she hurt her head after she fell. Huh. But to make an injury like that, she have to fall from far high. Like at least a stair. Like a full floor. But anyway, that settles it. We need to arrest Kay Faraday.
What? What the heck are you talking about?
I think Eustace's meaning was very clear. Miss Faraday is the murderer. And though she is dressed differently than usual, this young lady covered in bandages is Miss Faraday herself, correct? ...
You
really mean to arrest her here and now? If you do, then I'll be forced to object, loudly and forcefully.
And as if further confirmation were needed, there it is. The committee was right to call your conduct into question. It is questionable in the extreme. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, just go. It's fine.
Fine? This is anything but fine, Kay.
I still don't remember anything. So, maybe I did do it. Maybe I killed that poor woman that I just don't remember.
The goddess smiles on those who confess their sins. It is her wish that our confessions cleanse us.
She applauds your commitment to the cause of justice, as do I. Judge Gavel, Eustace, if you really intend to arrest Kay, could you at least explain your grounds for doing so? I, for one, certainly don't intend to yield, not until I've seen some evidence to support your accusations. Then allow me, prepared to be hit with a face full of deductive genius, Edgeworth. Why I think Kay did it. They call it the human race because somebody has to win it, and that somebody is me! What? I won this race too! I saw it before everybody else did! Kay Faraday is the murderer, no doubt about it. She snuck into the comedy chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving, which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer. Oh my god. Deductive genius. That was a total mess. And if Detective Gumshoe is saying that, you know it must be bad. I asked you to explain your grounds for arresting Kay, yet you have explained exactly nothing.
True, but we haven't seen any proof of her innocence either.
Kay ...
It's alright, Kay. Mr. Edgeworth will pull off a miracle somehow. You just gotta believe him.
My deductions aren't acts of divine intervention, you know.
Well, Miles Edgeworth, I would hate for you to disappoint me. But in the event that you do, I would be sure to freely let you know.
Why I think Kay did it.
Hold it!
There are two major flaws with the statement as you just made. Flaws in a statement of mine? I don't make mistakes. It's literally impossible. And that's the third flaw right there. You're just trying to confuse me. That's a cheap trick even for you. Well, it won't work because I'm the world champion of not getting confused. So there. Nah. And I won this race too. I saw it before anybody else did. Kay Faraday's the murderer. Would you mind explaining the grounds for your accusation in a little more detail? Well, if you insist, prepare to be wowed, Edgeworth. I figured it out before anybody else even had the chance. Before I even saw the scene. No, before I even heard about the case. I knew it right away. She did it. She's the murderer. It cannot be anybody else.
Hey! Ow! Your grounds!
Yes, sorry. You don't need to whip me. I can whip myself with my stick. Look. Ow! 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 I'm just getting to that. She snuck into the comedy chamber looking to do some sort of trademark great thieving.
Hold
it! Oh, really? And what was it that she was trying to steal? Well, a file. A very particular file. One pertaining to your professional conduct, in fact, Mr. Edgeworth.
And you can prove that she needed this file badly enough to steal it?
Oh, there'll be no need to go into that. Well there, Mr. Prosecutor. No, that won't be necessary.
What?
Please, Mr. Winner, continue. Which means nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer. And you have proof that it would only have been Kay who committed the murder? No! Then might I suggest you try looking into other possible suspects with all due haste. For that, I believe, would be the winning approach here. The winning approach?
Overruled.
According to the reports we received, the police have found no signs of anyone else's involvement. So you're accusing Kay based on that alone? A little tenuous, even for you. I'm suggesting that there are no possible suspects when there clearly aren't. Is it? No. And suggesting that there are other possibilities, suspects when there clearly aren't, is it? If only I had something that could prove Kay didn't do it. This is obviously a setup, plain and simple.
You don't have to.
It's alright, Kay. The truth will come out, I promise. I just need you to give me some time.
Okay.
Kay's incapable of murder. There's no way she killed Miss Ringer. But I have to prove that somehow. She'll remain a suspect.
Okay, this is pretty much useless as a statement. They call it the human race because somebody has to win it. Okay, here she could not have snuck into the community chamber because she would need a security card.
Objection!
Are you familiar with this room, Mr. Winner? You certainly sound like you are.
What can I say? Winners know where winners go. I'm number 1 and 2 and 3.
In other words, the majority of your work is second, if not third rate.
Oh, burn! Why do you always have to make fun of me?
You can take it as a slight if you wish, but the fact remains that you seem unfamiliar with this keycard.
What do you take me for? Of course I'm familiar with it. You need one of those to get in here. ... He hasn't connected 2 and 2 yet. That's the face of a guy who's... This is the face of stupidity, people. ... Oh.
You don't you?
Have you no shame?
Mr. Winner, do you really even suspect Kay?
Of course I do. She did it. Faraday's the killer.
Then perhaps you can tell us how Kay got into such a secure room as this without a keycard.
Well, she... You know, there was the... and then she... yeah.
A masterful summary. Wow. Now, as we know, only members of the committee are keycards, therefore, only they can enter.
Precisely!
Why is she agreeing with me? Please, take a look at this. I had security pull the data earlier.
As you can see, the door in this room was open at 12:52 a.m. with this Miss Ringer's key card, which is 573-92291. But there's another entry at 10:15, which is 2 hours and a half before Ringer Rosie. The user ID is 324-61983, and there's no user account on that. I don't think it's a visitor's card. It's probably somebody who's so VIP who has his name removed. Key card record data jotted down in my organizer. We cannot know for certain, of course, but who's to say the culprit didn't enter the room with Miss Ringer and then kill her over some sort of subsequent disagreement?
It's certainly a plausible theory, but that's all it is. For one, it would require the victim and their murderer to have known one another.
Yeah, and Kay didn't know the woman, I'm sure of it.
How can you possibly be sure of such a thing? That's pure speculation on your part, detective. There is no place for guesswork in the courtroom or at the crime scene. Hard evidence is what is required.
In that case, are you suggesting that you have said hard evidence to support your theory? Evidence that Kay Faraday and Rosie Ringer knew one another?
But of course. What? I have here a letter.
It says it's addressed to Rosie Ringer. The envelope is covered with blood. Dr. Hertz found it in the victim's chest pocket.
Another of the victim's possessions. And you kept it to yourself until now? You planned for this, didn't you? Is that why?
It was the candle holder that killed her, and she died sometime late last night. And she wanted Eustace to shut up.
It's very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. But perhaps you should leave it there. You wouldn't want to strain your voice after all. Ha ha ha. Shall I read it for you? Rosie, thanks so much for agreeing to help with my plan. Now we can both get what we want. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. Signed, K. Revenge for what happened 12 years ago. And here we have... Don't worry, I'll make sure you get your precious thing back. So the base of the candelabra is a 6-pointed star shaped. The base is a very unique shape. If it were removed from a dusty shelf or something, it would be immediately obvious that would have been standing there. The prongs of each arm are covered in blood. The spacing matches that of the wound in the victim's chest. But is this really the murder weapon? I mean... Wait. So the committee chamber is on the 50th floor, just one level underneath the viewing platform. This would seem to indicate pretty strongly that the two of them were accomplices, wouldn't you say? Accomplices in a plot to steal from the very room in which we are standing. No!
Wait, so your principal suspect is...
Miss Kay Faraday for this second crime as well as Miss Ringer's murder. Victim's letter... I'm the principal suspect?
Don't listen to her! It's all lies, all of it! You're not like that. You'd never do any of the stuff they're accusing you of.
Then how do you explain the letter, Detective? Unlike Mr. Winter, I suspected that Judge Cavell herself has some proof to support her accusation. But I didn't suspect it to be quite so definitive. Nicely done, Cavell. Thank you, Eustace.
Hold it!
We're not done here yet. I still have questions, and you better have answers. Would you mind if I handle this, Eustace? Be my guest. Have fun arguing Edgeworth into the ground. I can't let him steamroll me on this. I have to find a way to take back the advantage. Kay's letter. As the letter more than adequately proves, Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were acquainted. It seems Miss Faraday had asked for Miss Ringer's help in a plot of some kind. But for whatever reason, the alliance must have broken down. Miss Ringer lost her life in the resulting disagreement, but she had one last card to play. The letter she kept safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer. I want to check something again. I want to check the body one more time. Yeah, it's impossible. Like, of course, the chest pocket is stained with blood. But if it was really coming from their pocket, they're gonna say it, I'm pretty sure.
She's good, better than ever even. Think you can take her down, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, of course.
Don't do this out of pride, Miles Edgeworth. If you're going to fail, do it on somebody else's time. Hey, whose side are you on, sir?
There's only one side to be on, Scruffy. The side of the truth.
Uh-oh, looks like the kid's got something to say.
Well, if there's only one side to be on, then it has to be on the winning.
Quiet, you!
My thoughts exactly. Rebuttal. Kay's letter. As the letter more adequate proves, Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were acquainted. What exactly was the nature of their relationship? Miss Faraday was grateful for Mr. Ringer's cooperation, just as the letter says. I think that more than adequately describes it, don't you? Now, as I was saying, seems Miss Faraday has asked for Mr. Ringer's help in a plot of some kind.
Hold it!
Can you tell us anything more about this plot? The letter implies a theft, and it was written by your friend Faraday, making her the prime suspect. Case closed.
Objection!
Anybody can forge a letter. It's not conclusive proof or anything. I also seem to recall Mrs. Faraday referring to herself as a great thief on more than one occasion. She's on sabbatical. How can you be so sure of that? It's unlikely she would tell you if she had resumed her activities, surely. Perhaps she took up stealing again and simply chose to keep it down from you? Can't prove that either way right now, and she knows it. As I was saying, it seems Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were involved in a plot to steal something. But for whatever reason, their alliance must have broken down.
Hold
it! Whatever reason, could you be a little more specific? Not at the moment, but I'm sure investigation will uncover any number of possibilities. Whereas your lack of proof that Miss Faraday is innocent continues to be a major problem for you.
Objection!
I concede that some of the evidence would seem to point to Kay's involvement, but none of it anywhere is near conclusive.
Overruled.
A letter explicitly outlining a connection to the victim, backed up by supporting evidence from the scene. How much more conclusive could it be? And what's more, where is your proof to the contrary? Miss Ringer lost her life in the resulting disagreement, but she has one last card to play.
Hold it.
Is there any actual evidence to show that Kay killed Miss Ringer? You don't give up, do you? What do you call that letter, huh? Evidence, duh! I wouldn't be so sure. For one thing, it doesn't mention anything resembling a murder plan. It doesn't? Oh, I guess not, huh? Aha! But it will once we hold a flame to it and reveal the secret writing. I wouldn't place too much hope in that revealing anything, Eustace. And we don't need it to. Not even what we have. The letter she kept safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer. Okay, I'm gonna present the coroner's finding.
Objection!
There you go. So, the victim kept the most vital clue of all closest to her heart. How very touching. The voices of the dead fight to be heard, and even then, they don't always reach us. But her voice rang loud and true, and it tells us that Miss Faraday is her killer. I think you may have misheard her, Your Honor. Or perhaps an evil spirit was trying to mislead you. Hey, you take that back! Perhaps we should try listening to the words of the coroner's report instead. By all means, if I recall correctly, the victim was stabbed on her left side. Oh no. Yes, I'm afraid so. You claim that the letter was found in the victim's left chest pocket.
Right where she was stabbed by the candle holder.
Indeed. 3 puncture wounds to the chest and yet not one to the letter. Miraculous, no? Exclamation mark. Well, Judge Gabel, how do you explain that? Because I can think of one explanation. That the letter was deliberately placed there after the fact in order to cast suspicion on Kay. Someone went to a lot of trouble to create the crime scene we see before us. And that someone is the real culprit who almost certainly also forged this letter. No! It's clear that the culprit intended to frame Kay by means of that letter.
And you fell for it, look, line and sinker.
Objection!
No! Faraday did it! The letter was in her other pocket, yeah!
Seriously?
The whole left chest pocket thing was a mistake. Whoever reported it must have meant the left. Ow! Wait, so she was holding the stick, and then Francisco whipped him on the hand so he would release and slap himself with it instead of slashing him directly with the whip. Stop your foolish floundering, you foolishly foolish fool! Or just that incurably foolish? Why do you keep whipping me? Stop making fun of my deductions! Yeah! There, I saved you the trouble of disciplining him. Yes, even though I had no intentions of doing so. The letter is stained with blood, which suggests it had indeed been placed somewhere on their left side. Therefore, I doubt that was some sort of mistaken report, not unless that report was given by you. Gavel, say something! ... No objections? Good. Then allow me to continue. So, we have established the existence of a second suspect. No, we haven't. The murderer had to get in here, remember? Who else could have gotten the part from Farrad and Ringer? Whoever it was would have indeed need a key card. Judge Gavel proposed that the killer enter the room together with the victim. But what if there is something questionable about the very basis of a theory itself? The piece of evidence points to another suspect other than K. The keycard record. Looking at the keycard record provided by Judge Gavel a short while ago, as already noted, the victim's keycard was used at 12:52 a.m., but you will note that someone else's keycard is also listed. A mystery person could enter beforehand and lay in wait for the victim, you mean? This other person entered at 10:15 p.m., so it's certainly not outside the realm of possibility. Except I'm afraid it is. And where's your evidence, huh, Your Honor? My evidence? I am the evidence detective. Oh, that's her. It was my keycard. Okay, keycard recorded data updated in my Arcanizer. Okay. There's nothing suspicious about a committee member entering the chamber as I please. Is there? So now we have Verity Gavel. So it was hidden from us, but now it's been confirmed. But how odd is it that the keycard log just forgot to mention it, and then later, oh, there it is. Perhaps not, but that's also not the exonerating evidence you seem to think it is. Unless you can also prove that you yourself didn't murder your colleague.
Overruled.
What utter nonsense! What would I have to gain from killing her?
Objection!
I am sure you know I'm going to answer that, Your Honor. I believe further investigation will shed light on any motives you might have had.
Overruled.
I am a faithful servant of the goddess. Why would I ever resort to an act of crime? I use my keycard, that much is true, but my reason for entering this room is far from questionable. Then perhaps you care to tell us why? I had business here in the committee chamber. There were certain preparations to make. Preparations? Sounds pretty suspicious to me. I am not at liberty to share what I was preparing for. But I'm sure Prosecutor Edgeworth can make an educated guess. My hearing. She must have been busy gathering the documents they were going to use against me to relieve me of my badge. Alright, children, that's enough. It's good to keep our skills and our tongue sharp, especially when we're young, but that'll do for now. Who in the... Yes, I knew it. Really takes me back to the days of my youth. Back when I would wrangle with a certain detective. So that guy has so many prosecutor's badge. So his coat is like a leather coat. but he has the insignia of the prosecutors on the jacket itself. There is one badge on the lapel, and there's also 27 badge on his left side of the jacket. So he has 28 prosecutor's badge, plus the image of a 29th one printed on the jacket itself. I have no idea why he needs so many badges. Is it the number of badges he took? But yeah, he's wearing some aviator's goggles. He has very, very long hair and a very, very long beard. Doesn't have any mustache, but the beard merged with his hair, so he looks like a hippie. So that's why I'm giving him a little auto voice. Plus, he's quite old. And then he squeezes his beard. Because okay, so he cries. The tears goes inside his beard, and he cries so hard he has to squeeze the water out of his beard. He disappeared, you know. I hope he's out there somewhere, living his best life. You'll have to forgive me. It's just, I get so emotional. The tears, I can't stop them. Chairman winner. Winner? Verity, my girl, do you ever stop working? Your dedication puts us all to shame. So yeah, he has, okay, so his eyes are always flooded inside water. Now there's like half level. So it's like he's looking at us on, inside of his own tears. And is this young Francisca I see before me? Dear child, when did you get so big? Uncle Winter, it's been far too long. And so formal, I thought we were like family. You used to sit on my knee and shout, Uncle Winter, at the top of your little lungs. That was so nice. But time goes by so very fast, one can't help but shed a tear. Dad, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? A committee member has been murdered and you're in charge of the case, my boy. What is this? Bring your pops to work day? Silence! Do you have any idea who he is? This man is practically the right hand of the goddess herself. A former chief prosecutor and the current chairman of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Now, Verity. There's no need to bring all that up. I'm just a harmless old man, really. Allow me to apologize for the detective's rudeness. I am... Miles Edgeworth, correct? And you're a little subordinate, Dick Gumshoe. Okay, now he takes off his water. He removed the excess water of his goggles. I am Excelsius Winner! Oh, shit. Not Blaze. Excelsius! Father to this idiot boy, among other things. My wife and I were so happy when he was born. And now she's gone too. Heaven only knows to where. Dad, here, use my handkerchief. Thank you, son. You're a good boy. In your own silly way. So that sound effect is every time he removes the water from his goggles. Like father and like son, I suppose. I thought it hard to say who's the bigger fool. Well, Verity, how goes the investigation? Thank you for asking, sir. We have identified a prime suspect, 1K Faraday. We're currently trying... You don't have nearly enough to make her your prime suspect, and you know it! Or have you forgotten what we just discovered about the letter?
Objection!
I told you, that was just a mix-up! They got the wrong puck. Don't test my patience! Alright, that's enough. Let's all just calm down, shall we? I'm sorry I have to see that, sir. My humblest of apologies. I think you all made your cases very clearly. All except for you, Eustace. What? But Dad! We are prosecutors, and it is our duty to identify suspects and bring them to the justice. But I wouldn't dare call someone a suspect without evidence of her motive.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, I know all about your relationship with the accused. Think of Steve seems pretty apt based on what I've heard. Case no criminal! She's helped us catch the bad guys loads of times.
Much about this case is still unclear, sir. Please, you have to let us.
It's heartwarming, really. The bonds of friendship are so strong among the young.
Oh, bring the lighter. And this is where he burns up stuff.
But, circumstances being what they are, I'm afraid those bonds won't be enough. What the heck is that supposed to mean? The prosecutor's office needs this case cleared up as quickly as possible. Time is so precious, and we have so little of it, and there are so many other cases. I'm sorry, but you understand, of course, don't you? All right, Miss Kay Faraday, time to come along quietly.
Yes, sir.
You're not taking her. She's innocent, I tell you.
To defy the chairman of the committee is to defy the law itself. It is an act so brazen a hearing won't be necessary at all. Are you prepared for Mr. Edgeworth to lose his badge over this, detective?
What? Yeah. So either Kay goes down or Mr. Edgeworth loses his badge. What the heck am I supposed to do?
You would use his badge to shield yourself? Oh, how the committee has too fallen. Kay, you're innocent. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Thank you. We've only known each other for a short while, but you've been very kind. And I'm sorry. Sorry for being a criminal. Your contrition has been noted, Miss Faraday, and will be conveyed to the goddess of justice. What in the world should I do? When I was little, all I wanted was to be like my father. Picture of Gregory. To become an attorney and fight for those who can't fight for themselves. But now, my fate is tied to that of this one tiny badge. One tiny badge against the life of a dear acquaintance. Who am I kidding? There's nothing to wait up here. I guess this is it. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Judge Gavelle, a moment, please. Yes? What is it? He's gonna put it on the line. Yeah, he put his badge on the desk. Your badge? What is the meaning of this? I am returning it. From this day forward, I am a prosecutor no longer. Mr. Edgeworth.
What are you doing? Miles Edgeworth, explain yourself right now. You're giving it all up? Just like that? You can't mean it, sir. Tell me you're kidding, please. If you're not a prosecutor anymore, what does that make me?
I have one duty and one duty alone. To pursue the truth. If being a prosecutor means I must turn a blind eye to the very truth before me, then I will gladly shed the title to be free. Reaction of everybody. Everybody is shocked. I'll carve my own path, one I believe in. I won't let my search for the truth end here.
Objection!
Are you running away from the Von Karma? From me?
Say what you will, Francisca. You won't change my mind.
So you're leaving me behind again? I'll never forgive you for this! Never!
No, this is all my fault. She runs away. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for me. Wait, Kay, don't go. And she runs away. You stay right where you are, detective.
But sir!
I'm not a prosecutor anymore.
Don't say that! Where you go, I go, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm always there, right by your side.
There's no need for you to do that now, Detective. Simply focus on your job and do what you can. Exclamation mark.
Well now, this is no good, is it? We've let a dangerous criminal run free. I tried and yet it's never enough.
There's no need to worry, sir. We'll set up a cordon. She won't get far.
She'd better not. I'll be very disappointed in you if she does.
Then he leaves. Then Gavel picks Edgeworth's badge and ponders upon it. ... To be continued. Do you want to save? Well, I got a little bit of energy. The energy drink did its trick. Don't know for how long though, because usually I have a tolerance for that, and I might have the after effects coming sooner. So we'll see how it goes. So I can promise you at least another to be continued, a budding bond. All right. April 5th, 5:58 p.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Is he gonna pack? Kay! She's not here either. Where are you? He lost sight of her. Hey, Eddie Fender. Knockity knock knock, special visitor. Fender. Whoa, talk about an unhappy face. Everything okay, big guy? You won't hurt yourself too many admirers looking like that. What are you doing here? Something happened? Something happened, he asks. I'll say. It's been all over the news. A murder in the committee chamber? I would call that a happening, alright. And what's with your hearing being today? I thought, you know. Well, I couldn't help wondering if you were involved. They're reporting on the news already? Heck yeah, a dead lawyer, a young woman on the run, they're lapping it up. It's crazy stuff, but compelling too, I gotta admit. So, are you gonna give me the lowdown or what? Well, actually... Whoa, maybe warn the guy before blowing his mind next time. Things are even crazier than I thought. This isn't a joke, Fender. Kay's out there somewhere, all alone and without her memory. Not to mention being the suspect in the murder. That definitely doesn't make things any easier. But where the heck could she have gone to? You sure she doesn't remember a zip? I thought she might have come here, but... No luck, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. Sounds like she thinks she's done you wrong. She wouldn't want to cause you even more trouble by rocking up on your doorstep. You think I don't know that? But I'm out of places to look. Hey, take a chill pill, compadre. This isn't like you. You're wound up tighter than a clockwork monkey. Which isn't a bad thing necessarily. After all, it's got even you running from pillar to post looking to save an innocent from jail. Acting like the attorney I know you were born to be. Look, Fender. I may have given up my badge earlier. But that doesn't mean I've decided to become an attorney. However, Kay isn't just some suspect in the murder to me. She's somebody I've come to know very well, even if we've only been acquainted for a short while. And she'd never armor fly, let alone another person. Blow my mind twice in 5 minutes, why don't you? Kid's lucky to have you in the corner, champ. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but... that's quite the bond that sprung up between the two of you. Enough to give me and your old man a run for his money, even. It's nothing like that, really. She just liked to involve herself in my affairs. You can say that again. From what I've seen, she likes to charge into things no holds barred. But she's done some good, I can tell. You two make a great team. Can't say I'm not a little jealous, seeing as my partner in crime is no longer around.
Anyway, you need to track her down. Connections like that don't grow on trees, I should know. Alright, how about this for a plan? You're fresh out of ideas about where she could be, and you can't just walk the street shouting her name. So why not go back to the source, look into how she lost her memory in the first place. You might just stir up some clues that'll help narrow things down.
That's not a bad idea. Based on what she told us, it sounds like it all started to be at the big building.
Then that's where we headed. Next stop, the big time. And maybe you can give your face the good news on the way. Kay won't come frolicking back into the fold if the first thing she sees is you scowling like that.
Very funny. Fender is truly a force of nature all on his own.
April 5th, 6:42 p.m. Big building, a viewing platform.
So yeah, it's evening. We have the nurse and the granny doctor on the right next to the stand. The sun sure sets quickly.
It's April.
Not even a murder on the premises could make this place close its door. Gotta chase that last dollar, huh?
Oh, wait. Not even a murder on the premises could make this place close its door. Gotta chase that last dollar, huh? Dollar bill, yo. There's hardly anybody around, though. Guess we've got the whole place to ourselves.
The first steps towards proving Kay's innocence is to figure out how she lost her memory.
Earth to Miles, we've got sleuthing to do. That rooftop paradise is all ours, so let's focus up and do what we're good at for Kay, alright?
Do what we're good at, huh? I suppose I should be grateful there's at least something we can do.
Begin investigation.
So yeah, there's the cherry tree, sakura leaves. Oh, they put some lights on the statues to make it glow when it goes dark. Okay, so let's start with that corner. You can insert a coin to take a good look at the distant landscape for a few minutes. Kay absolutely would have been all over this. The Kay I know anyway. But for now, I'd better focus my powers of observation on this rooftop. Pegasus, the winged horse of legend. No, wait. Isn't that a horn on his forehead? So, it's a unicorn. No, that can't be right either.
Yeah, because usually unicorns don't have wings.
Unicorns don't have wings! Huh? What's this? There's a little plaque there at the bottom showing the name of the piece. Contradictions.
No, it's a My Little Pony. All it needs is the tramp stamp on the butt.
That'll teach me enough to bother engaging with such thing. So the person in the raincoat that Kay saw supposedly approached her from the direction of the concession stand, which would suggest that she was pushed over this railing here. The railing is chest high. You would have to try really hard to go tumbling over the edge of it. Everything looks sturdy enough too. Whoops. I accidentally pressed L1, I didn't mean that. It's a pretty sizable cherry tree. Its flowers are just on the cusp of full bloom. According to what Kay told us, she was standing beneath this tree until she was pushed and fell. The railing in the where Kay was standing? No. That doesn't add up. So yeah, if she's standing here, it's nowhere near the guardrail. So there's gotta be something, some sort of trick. So how did Kay lose her memory? You think there was something she wanted to forget? Maybe some particularly choice words from Miles the Insult comic? Of course not! I wouldn't dream of saying anything so terrible she wants to forget. Detective Gumshoe, on the other hand, could do with a few more choice words on occasion. Poor guy. I don't envy him one bit. Oh. The beak and wings of a bird and the body of a lion. I guess these statues are meant to guard the peace of this little rooftop heaven. I have to say, they're incredibly detailed. Almost frighteningly so. Instead of feeling welcome, I wonder how many people have been scared off by these instead. Oh, the little television. It looks like a TV for showing announcements for the various companies in the big building. But at the moment, it's just showing a regular broadcast channel. What am I standing here for? The Steel Samurai isn't on today. Needler.
Mr. Edgeworth, we meet again!
What are you two doing up here?
Well, seeing as we came out this way, we thought we might as well enjoy some cotton candy. What the heck are you doing here? Looking to get yourself in even more hot water?
You didn't worry about me, Dr. Hurst. I'll just be fine.
Whatever you say, Mr. Soon-to-be ex-prosecutor turned ex-prosecutor. Saw that coming a mile off. Wait, what? You got fired?
As I said, you didn't concern yourself with my affairs.
If you say so. So, oh, how's Kay doing? Uh-oh, did something happen? ... Maybe I can help? How about an injection?
No injection, thank you. Unfortunately, a jab a day does not keep the world's troubles at bay.
Yeah, you did get kind of chilly, huh? Come on, let's head home. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, catch you again soon.
They're leaving because it's getting cold. So let's examine the cotton candy stand. Hey, you! Yeah, you! How about some delicious Parting Clouds cotton candy to brighten your day? Parting Clouds? Is it named for the fact that we're so close to clouds up here? Our gimmick is we take a normal serving of cotton candy and we split it in half. Part it, if you will. Half the candy, same price, double the profit. And we're laughing all the way to the bank. I don't think your customers will be laughing if you keep sharing that information quite so freely. Yeah. What's that? Eek. Eek! That's Kay! Where'd she come from? Was she hiding inside the tree? Hi. Kay? Don't mind me. Was just lying in wait. That would make you a criminal, Kay. Perhaps you meant to say laying low? Oh, yes, that. She stands up. Nevertheless, I doubt people will look kindly on the suspect haunting the site of her supposed crime. Surely you understand that even in your current state. On top of which, while you've been playing hide and go seek, I've been worried sick and frantically trying to find you. Are you mad at me? Of course I am! Now, what were you thinking coming back here? Did you think your amnesia would excuse your recklessness? No. I came to try and help you get your badge back. What? I thought if I could get my memory back, I might be able to remember killing that poor woman. I thought if I come back here where I lost my memory, maybe I could... ... Question mark? There's one thing you haven't lost, you know. Your ability to surpass my expectation at every turn. I couldn't be more certain now that you're the K I know so very well. However, I don't appreciate you being so reckless. Do you hear me? I'm sorry. Seriously, Miles, you're killing me here. You were banking good guy points and then you went and blew it by blowing your top. Good to see you, kiddo. Glad you see you're safe. Come on, bring it in. Okay. Wait a second. You're not Kay. Who are you? That's the spirit.
Not now, Fender.
Yeesh, I was just trying to lighten the mood. Whose cell phone is this? Oh, it's the television.
Live news now from the big building where a shocking murder took place earlier today. Police continue their hunt for a young woman known to have been present at the scene. She's considered a prime suspect and police say no effort is being spared by trying to track her down.
Okay, exclamation mark. Ooh, mama. They're not messing around, huh? Well, team, what's the plan? Looks like the clock's ticking down and fast.
Indeed, it's only a matter of time before they find us.
Alright, first thing first. Okay? You're sticking with us from now on, capiche? But I've caused you so much trouble already.
You can't hardly make things any worse for me at this point.
Mr. Atchworth! Then it's settled. When it this together like the Three Musketeers. Miles here will be in charge of proving Kay innocent.
And I will, believe me.
So I'm gonna need you to do everything you can to help him with his investigation, okay, Kay?
Yes, of course.
Great! Now that we've gotta move quick and be getting bagged by the boys in blue before we even started. You two may not have any more to lose, but your Uncle Eddie sure does. Gregory would never forgive me if I got the family office shut down.
Thank you, Fender. I'm sure I owe you more than I ever really know.
Okay, so, do I need to talk to her? I hope I've been a help to you so far. Yeah, what you remember? I came back here because I thought it might jog my memory.
How about we go over what you remember one more time?
Okay. I was standing under the tree, sheltering from the rain. Then I saw a person in a red raincoat. And then they pushed me.
Do you remember anything specific about the person in the raincoat?
I'm sorry, I just can't recall anything. Oh, but there is one thing. I could see the moon over their shoulders as they came closer and closer.
The moon?
The moon that's on the side of the tree. Yeah, it's all very fuzzy, but it wasn't the exact same place it is right now. Floating up there above the cherry blossoms.
So the moon was visible over the mysterious figure's shoulder.
Kay saw the moon shining over the shoulder of the person in the red raincoats in the same part of the sky tonight.
That's new information I should keep in mind.
Other recollection? I keep feeling like there's something just on the edge of my memory.
There is? It could be the clue we need. Alright, just let it float to the top of your mind and say whatever comes to your thoughts.
Alright. I'm seeing... It's very faint, but... I'm seeing a small restaurant. Just a counter and some seat. And then there's this incredible smell. A beautiful golden soup, not too thick. And it tastes just right. It's filled with delicious noodles. Firm but not too firm. And that's when a thought crossed my mind. I'm going to order another bowl. A captivating memory, but sadly one that has nothing to do with the case. Okay, Faraday. You used to say you were the second great thief Yatagarasu. A noble outlaw dedicated to steal the truth. Do you really not remember any of that? Oh! I think you're right. I was a noble. Not a noble, Kay. I said a noble outlaw. Still, I suppose you got halfway there. Okay, let's present her stuff. I'm sorry. I don't remember you well enough to accept a gift like that just yet. That's alright. I wasn't offering to you anyway. You like pins, Mr. Edgeworth? Not particularly, no. Still, you always seems to have one on you. It's a part of the job, I'm afraid. And this one is also a piece of evidence. Oh, so you carry things you don't like around as a form of willpower training? That's not it at all. Is this some kind of contract? In a way, it appears to be a criminal contract of sorts, I suppose you could say. A criminal. And I wrote this. The letter isn't handwritten, so it's hard to say who actually wrote it. I see. I remember the person in the red raincoat, that much I'm pretty sure of. But were they really coming towards you from beyond the concession stand? Yeah, they were walking right toward me. And I have proof, of course I do. I remember they had legs. But there's nothing out there beyond the stand. How could they have been walking on thin air? I don't know, maybe there were ghosts? Ghosts? I'm sorry, Kate, but ghosts don't exist. They are the very antithesis of science. Then this is one of those contradiction things, huh? Okay, I'm gonna try to do some logic. Railing the moon. Yep. Thinking back over what Kay has said, the person in the raincoat approached her from the direction of the concession stand, which implies that she was pushed over the railing on the side opposite the stand. She also said that she could see the moon over his person's shoulder, but when we checked just now, the moon was in a different location than expected. Yet Kay claims it's currently in the same spot in the sky as on the night of the incident. This throws the position of the moon and the person in the raincoat out of alignment with her story. I think her memories may have become confused somehow. What's more, if she really had been pushed over that railing, she would never survive the fall. Therefore, I must conclude that she may not have fallen where she thought she did. Okay, let's try there, where Kay was standing and where she fell. You may have fallen, Kay, but it couldn't have been over that railing. Because if you had, you would be alive now to tell the tale. But I definitely remember standing under that tree. If I was pushed, the only way I could have fallen is over that railing, isn't it? Not unless the ground opened up and swallowed you whole. The ground can't just open up like that? How? My bad. Not a joking matter. Sorry, kiddo. But it may also be closer to the truth than you think, Fender. Let's take another look at the ground in that area. There's a chance we might have missed something. Okay. Yeah, there's a trap here. Kate gonna fall over the railing. So where did she fall? There must be a clue around here somewhere. Here. What's this? Looks like a service hatch. Kate, do you think you might have fallen down here instead? Nah, you wouldn't be as clumsy as that. I'm sorry, I just can't say one way or the other. My bad, kiddo, just another one of my silly musings. You don't have to take me too seriously, you know. I know? Never? Well, maybe not never, but if I told you to leap lyrically into my arms. Fender! Chill, Miles Areno. Where's your sense of whimsy? So, never then. Ouch, talk about a deep cut. The ground here is covered with cherry blossoms. Even though the tree's not in full bloom yet, the strong wind up there blowing the petals right off. It would have been nice if they thought to tidy up just a little though. Down the hatch. There's only those two things there. Can't believe these things made the news already. How did they do it, huh? Hey, think they're filming us from the chopper up there right now? Go check the TV for me, Miles Areno. Need to make sure they're catching my good side. Now, at a time like this? As you can see, there's still hard at work up on the 50th floor. Whoa! Yeah, something's wrong. So, if they were mentioning the committee, it should be the floor just below us. But judging from that look, the floor just below the platform, all the lights are off. But the floor below that floor, which is the 49, it's well lit everywhere. It's as if the committee is actually on the 49th, or there's a 51st floor and we never mentioned. That's where the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence hold their disciplinary hearings, correct? That's right, Tom. There have been plenty of people walking by the windows all evening. This is one serious investigation. Well, this doesn't make our chances of getting out of here with Kay any rosier. We'll have to find a way to slip past the press. I'm a cool and mysterious customer, Miles Areno, but I'm no spy. Maybe you can use him as a decoy if things get desperate. Okay, whatever you're thinking, quit it. I can tell it doesn't end well for me. 17-year-old saw in connection with lawyer slaying. Okay, we're gonna deduce this with the big building pamphlet. Eureka! Question: how many floors does this building have? Easy, 50, right? Kinda ironic that just a few feet above where the committee works is ugly little schemes. is a place where starry-eyed young romantics come to wish for everlasting smoochy times. But then, what's that dark space above the 50th floor? The gloomy underbelly of love? Wait a minute. Exactly. The community chamber is supposed to be on the top floor, directly beneath the viewing platform. But it actually appears to be looking at one floor below that, clearly contradicting the supposed facts. Maybe whoever wrote the pamphlet made a mistake? Somehow, I don't think so. Call me crazy, but... yes, there appear to have a hidden 51st floor. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a trap. So, basically, if there's another extra floor, the hatch that we found leads to that. So, she probably fell from that floor. That would make sense. Wow, and that's where they keep the gloomy underbelly of love? Ah, my heart, you didn't need to take it quite so literally, Kay. Good, but perhaps you can take this more seriously instead? Come on, have you met me, Miles? That might be easier said than done. It'd still be easier than try to enjoy your so-called jokes. Found the hatch, 51st floor. How has a whole floor beneath the 50th and the viewing platform remained undetected all this time? You got me there. Kinda hard to hide a set of stairs going up to it, if you ask me. That's precisely it. Things like stairs are normally out in the open, going unnoticed by people seems a bit implausible. Which can only mean the 51st floor is no ordinary floor and cannot be reached by ordinary means. Then we'll just have to reach it through extraordinary means, right? I don't know about extraordinary means. Maybe let's go for unconventional? Indeed. Consider, if you will, the hatch we found by the cherry tree. What would you expect to find on the other side of such a hatch? A room of some kind, maybe? Oh ho, a secret room. Now you're talking my language. Let's go take a look. Alright, there we go. What is this place? Look at all that stuff down there. Is it a storeroom? Whatever it is, I think we can simply say that this is where you fell. Go team! Strike one mystery off the list. Yes, but the greater mystery of Kay's memory loss remains unsolved. We have a red raincoat figure who can walk on air to account for among other things. Hey, can't the guy bask in his success for a second? So we found a hidden storeroom. I vote we scooch on down and check it out. We have pretty much exhausted everything up to here, and it can't hurt to take a look. Yeah, I have a feeling that... Is that you, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, Emma Sky. Emma, what are you doing here? I heard about what happened from Detective Gumshoe. I was in the area, so I thought I'd come by and see what's going on. This is Emma Sky. She's a high school student, currently studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. The younger sister of a former superior of mine, who we've also stood in court together. The detective called me up in a panic. He said your badge fell off the big building and that Kay was in a man's suit and... Hold it right there. Didn't you just leave to go back to Europe a few days ago? And and you're back again already? Yep, I'm here with one of my professors. But not to do so any schoolwork or anything, just some interpreting. Then shouldn't you be off doing that instead of gallivanting around the crime scene? Oh, it's fine, it's fine. There's nothing this wonderful thing called body language after all. Not actual language, Emma. Anyway, never mind me. This is about Kay. How is she? Where is she?
Shucks. Isn't that sweet, Game Meister? Your little friend is worried about you.
Oh, yeah? Who's this guy? Don't tell me you went and got a new assistant, Mr. Edgeworth.
Very funny, young lady. It's actually the honor to waltz around. I'll let you know. It's actually the other way around. Eddie Fender, attorney at law, and senior partner at Edgeworth & Co. Law Office.
Edgeworth? So you are his assistant? Wait, attorney? Since when were you a defense attorney? I'm not. To say it's complicated is an understatement.
Let's not sweat the details for now, yeah? First thing first, shrugs or he's getting ready for a hug.
But an attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Really?
Oof, it's like I'm not even here.
What is this? Some kind of weird experiment? Perhaps we should head down below. I'll explain there. I agree, the police could be here any minute. And who's this? I'll explain later, Emma. Come on, time to go. Oh, alright, but you better explain yourself, Mr. Hotshot Pro Attorney. Trust me, I'll explain that too.
Okery-dokery-doo. Down the hatch we go. Save your progress? Yes.
I'm getting a bit drowsy already. And I'm already in the middle, so you know what?